Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to solve day 3 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. So today we are going to solve problem number 165, compare version numbers. Okay, so in this problem we have given two version numbers, version 1 and version 2, and we have to compare them. Okay, so version numbers consists of one or more revisions joined by a dot. Okay, so see, these are the different version numbers, and these version numbers consists of a different revisions and they are joined by a dot. Okay, and each revision consists of a digits and may contain leading zeros. So see here, this revision, it consists of one leading zero, and this revision consists of two leading zeros, right? Every revisions contain at least one character, and revisions are zero indexed from left to right, with the leftmost revision being revision 0 and the next revision being revision 1, and so on. Okay, so these are some valid version numbers. Okay, 2.5.33. okay, or we can write it 0.1. okay, so these are the valid version numbers. Okay, so to compare the version numbers, we have to compare the revisions in left to right order. Okay, left to right order we have to compare, and the revisions are compared using their integer value. Okay, using their integer value, ignoring any leading zeros. Okay, so I am going to treat this as 1. Okay, and we have to ignore the leading zero, so I am going to treat this as 1 only. I am going to treat this as 1. I am going to treat this as 1 only. Okay, this means that revisions 1 and 001 are considered equal, right? So we have ignored the leading zeros here, right? So if a version number doesn't specify a revision at any index, then treat the revision as 0. Okay, so it is saying that if a version number doesn't specify a revision at any index, then treat the revision as 0. So see here, it doesn't specify. Okay, so see, in the version 2 it is specifying 1.0, and again after that there is 1.0. okay, so we can treat this version 1 as 1.0. Okay, so if a version number doesn't specify a revision at an index, then treat the revision as 0. For example, after that 1.0 is less than 1.1. yes, 1.0 is definitely less than 1.1, because the revision zeros are the same, and but the revision ones are 0 and 1. Okay, so revision zeros means this one and this one, revision 0. Okay, both are same, and okay, but the revisions ones. Okay, these revisions 0 and this one is 1. Okay, divisions ones are 0 and 1 respectively, so 0 is less than 1, right? So if version 1 is less than version 2, then we have to return -1. If version 1 is greater than version 2, then we have to return 1, and otherwise we have to return 0. Okay, so now let's see how we are going to solve this problem. So I hope that you guys are clear with the problem statement, right? So this is a version 1. Okay, so I am going to create one string array. Okay, I am going to create a string array of version revisions. Okay, so in this string array, okay, in this string array I am going to create one string array. So I am explaining with the example 1 right now. So for this example 1, okay, version 1, I am going to convert this version 1's complete string into one string array. Okay, so I am going to write this one as like this. Okay, I am going to use this dot. Okay, I am going to use this dot as my breaking point. Okay, as my breaking point. Okay, I have to ignore this, and I am going to treat this as my new string 01. Okay, so I am going to write it like this. So 01 is my new string. Okay, so I hope that this is clear. And version 2, I am going to write it like this 1, and after that there is one dot, so I am going to separate it, and I am going to write a new string. So 001 is my new string, right? And in the version 1, I am going to rewrite it like this. Okay, 1 and 0. Okay, and I am going to write this version 2 as 1 0 and again 0, right? So I hope that this is clear how I'm writing. Okay, and okay, so same way we have to write for this version 1 here. Okay, so let me write it as well, 0 and 1. Okay, so I am converting these version 1s and version 2 into one string revision array. Okay, so I am going to write version 2 as 1 1. Okay, okay, so this is the first step. Okay, so for this first step, let's write the code side by side. Okay, for this first step, how we are going to convert this version1 string into the string array. Okay, so how I'm going to write a string array? So string array, right, v1 revisions, v1 revisions. So okay, this is for v1 revisions, and same way we have to create for v2 revisions. Okay, this is v2 revisions. Okay, so here we have to split our string, right? So our, what is our string name? Version1 dot split. Okay, we have to split it. And how we are going to split it? We are going to split it based on their dot character. Okay, based on this dot character. So I have to write this dot character, and after that I have to escape it using backslash. And in Java strings, to escape a backslash, we again need to write one more backslash. Okay, so this is going to split this string into a string array, okay, separated by the dots. Okay, so this is how I'm going to split my string version1 and string version2. Okay, version2 dot split. Okay, so I made a note of this one. So in Java, the backslash is an escape character in strings. Okay, backslash is an escape character in strings. However, in regular expressions, so this split is a regular expression, okay, which split uses. So dot is a special character that matches any character. Okay, so if I write like this at, so okay, and give this in one regular expression, then that simply means this is like this cat, bat, rat. Okay, so this dot can be anything. Okay, this dot is a special character that matches any character. So in case of regular expressions, okay, so in this dot I can give any character. Okay, to match a letter dot. Okay, so to treat it as a dot only, okay, and no other character, you need to escape it with the backslash. Okay, so that is why I am escaping it with the one backslash. Okay, but in Java strings, backslashes also need to be escaped, so you need to use double backslashes. Okay, so this backslash also needs to be escaped in case of Java strings. So that is why we are writing this inside our split. Okay, so I hope that you guys are clear with this step, right? Okay, so now let's move forward. Now see, if I do the same for example 2, so this is my v1 and this is my v2. Okay, so this v2 is having a greater length, right? The length of v2 is greater than v1. Okay, so I have to run one loop. So in that loop, let's take the maximum length. Okay, so here I am going to write int max length. Int max length is equal to math dot max between v1 revisions and v2 revisions. Okay, these both are the string array, right? String array. So I have to write it like this, length. Okay, v2 revisions, this is v2 revisions dot length. Okay, so I hope that this is clear. Okay, so code is created now, right? So I am taking one max length. Then after that I have to run one loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than max length. Okay, so I have to run one loop and I have to take two variables. Okay, v1 revision and v2 revision. Okay, so now we are just going to compare this one with this one, this 0 1, this 0 0 1, this one with this one, this 0 with 0. Okay, so we are going to compare like that. Okay, so first let's write like this, v1 ref is equal to, if my value of my I is less than v1 revisions dot length. Okay, so let me copy it from here. Okay, if I is less than my v2 revisions dot length for v2 rev and for v1 rev, if I is less than v1 rev revisions dot length. Okay, if this is the case, then there is one condition, and if this is the condition, if this is the case, then there is one condition. Okay, so if my I is less than is okay, so in I we are passing we are going to run I and for the max length na. So for the max length, so here we are going to run I for total this 0 time 1 time 2 time. Okay, 0 time 1 time and 2 time. But see here, when my I index is 2, then in that case what I should return here. Okay, I have to add one more 0. Okay, in that case, to compare this 0 with 0. Okay, because here in it is in this question it is mentioned that if a version number doesn't specify a revision at an index, then treat the revision as 0. Okay, so I am going to use the same step because my I is running for the maximum length times. Okay, so here we don't have any string. Okay, so I am going to add one string here, right? Okay, so I have to add something here. Okay, so here if I is less than v1 revision dot length, okay, if this is true, okay, that simply means that my I is here only. Okay, at this position, at this position, at this position, at this position only. Okay, so in that case, so I have to write, I have to convert this 01 and 001. I have to compare now, but these both are the strings, so both strings I need to change it to these strings into integer. Okay, and when I am going to use parse int, so I am going to treat this, I'm parse int is going to change it to 1 only. Okay, when I'm going to convert these strings into integer, so it is going to be look like this 1 only. Okay, 001 is 1, 01 is also 1. Okay, so here I am going to use integer dot parse int, and in this we have to pass our v1 revisions of I. Okay, v1 revisions of I, right? And if this is not true, okay, if this condition case is satisfied, then I am returning this. Otherwise I have to add this 0. Okay, just 0, nothing else. Just copy this, paste it, and this is for v2 revisions. Okay, so I hope that you guys are clear with this. Okay, so if we don't have that index, then I am adding 0. If we have that index, then I am converting that string into integer. Okay, that's it. Now it's very simple. Okay, now after that I am going to compare if my v1 rev is less than v2 rev, then in that case return -1. That's it. And else, if my v2 rev is smaller than my v1 rev, then this is v1 v1 rev, then in that case just simply return 1. That's it. And if we don't return anything here, then it simply means that our both the versions are matching, then return 0. That's it. So now let's run the code and see if there are any issues with our code. So all the test cases has been accepted, right? So now let's submit it. So our solution is accepted, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem. And if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe my YouTube channel, and share this video with your colleagues, friends, brothers and sisters. Okay, so keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.